Okay, so this is where we're going to put into action actually solving problems using similar figures. So if you look at this first problem, do you see the two triangles? So we're going to separate the two triangles, and sometimes it's just easier if you draw two, hang on, I'm going to do it in black, two separate triangles. You've got a big triangle and a small triangle. And maybe if there's the small triangle right there, right? And then the big triangle is the whole thing. So now that we have them split up, we can label this side on the big one's 15 and this side on the little one's 10. Then we have 12 here on the little one. Go ahead and color code. You can use whatever colors you like. They don't have to match mine. They do need to match each other though, the two triangles. So what we're looking for, hit pause if you're not done, is this question mark here. And I'm going to change my question mark to an X because I like that better. Let's set up our proportions. So if we're looking for X, that's where I like to start. And X is this big long side all the way from here to here. And it's purple. What side corresponds to X? The other purple side, 12, right? So now I'm going to go back to my big shape because that's what the X is in, and I'm going to find another number that can help me solve this problem. And the only other number in that big shape is 15. And the side that matches 15 is 10. It corresponds. It's the same color. Once you have this set up, you can solve your proportion. So 10 times X and 15 times 12. Do not just sit there and wait for me to do 15 times 12. You should be doing it right now. So I have 180. I hope you do too. Now it's like all of this disappears and the only thing I'm looking at is this equation right here. Everything else we're done with. So how do I solve this equation? I'm going to divide both sides by 10, right? These cancel out because they're opposite, and I'm left with X equals 18. Here's how you check to make sure it makes sense. Is 18 bigger than 12? Good. And 12 is bigger than 10. Is 18 bigger than 15? Yes. So chances are you're probably right. So I'm going to give you some time to do the next triangles. You are looking for side X, which is going to be a little bit trickier than you might think at first. Redraw your two triangles. You've got a big and a small. And then go ahead and color code. yourself, you're looking for x, and x isn't the whole side, x is just to here. 15 is the whole thing, but we're gonna find this whole side first. So we're looking for x. It's green. What side corresponds with x? 15. So I have green and green. I like that. And then back to the one with x in it, you have 11. What side corresponds to 11? 7. And just to double check, I have orange and orange. That's a good thing. Now I can cross product. Seven x equals whatever 15 times 11 is. I'll give you some time to work that out. And then I'm going to solve by dividing by 7. I'm leaving mine as a fraction. You can turn yours into a decimal if you want. Is that x here? It's not really. It's the whole side. This whole side is 23 and 4/7. We only want to know what this much is. So we know that 15 of it is already taken up, and we just want to know what's left. So you're going to subtract. And that's 15 and 0/7, right? So x is equal to 8 and 4/7. And there's no units on that, so 8 and 4/7 feet, inches, we don't know. Alright, here's a little space for you to write a sentence. You can compare proportions by I would probably write something about cross products if you're having a hard time deciding what to put there. Okay, I'm moving on to the next problem. If you have not done this part, you need to hit pause and do it. Alright, a palm tree casts a shadow that is 28 feet long. A 6-foot sign casts a shadow that is 8 feet long. How tall is the palm tree? I actually really like these problems. So you've got a palm tree. Woo! And it has a shadow. The shadow is 28 feet. Then you have a sign. And it has a shadow. The sign for the shadow is 8 feet and the sign is 6 foot tall. We want to know how tall the palm tree is. Here's what this problem really is. This is a triangle. Do you see how they both make triangles? So draw a picture. If you have it, you must. You don't have to have a tree and a sign. You can just have a triangle. That's fine. But you need to draw a picture, and then you need to color code it. Then you can set up your proportions. Go ahead, hit pause, do that, and then come back and check with me. So I'm not completely done. In the end, the palm tree is 21 feet tall. We're going to skip this one, save it for later. Now the last one on this page asks you about which triangles are similar. Or, sorry, which statement is true. It tells you the triangles are similar. So go ahead and color code. Now there's a couple different ways you can do these problems. I start with color coding my answer choices. So if you look AC on your picture, on my picture it's orange, it might not be on yours. Whatever color it is for you, put a little dot where AC is. BC on my picture is green, so I'm going to put a green dot where I see BC. FE is also green, and then I have DE, which on mine is purple, and DF, which on mine is orange. So for a statement to be true, my colors have to match. I know A is not right because I have orange on top and green on bottom. I would need orange on top and green on bottom here. So I know A isn't right. Now I'm not even going to look at B anymore. I'm going to look at C. C says angle D is congruent to angle F. So if you look at D, are D and F the same? No, not at all. So C isn't right. D says angle A is congruent to angle D. Is that true? It is. So now it could be B, it could be D. If you look at B, AC is on the small, DF is on the large, BC is small, EF is large, angle A and angle D are exactly the same. I think this one has two answers. I know they're not supposed to, but I'm pretty sure they're both the same.